We're gonna go catch Bridget, the broad snout caiman. I actually have to catch her up and take her to the vet. No. Ah. Come on, Bridget. So I'm thinking neuro from poisoning. I don't think it's blunt trauma. You gonna do it through the tail?
Yeah. Lateral tail vein.
You ready? There you go. Past the palatal valve, their glottis. It keeps the water from flowing into their lungs.
Ready.
What is going on, beautiful people? I'm out here, it's early in the morning. We're gonna go catch Bridget, the broad snout caiman. I actually have to catch her up and take her to the vet. Last Friday, just a couple days ago, she started walking over and showing like really weird signs of, it looked like neurological problems. So I thought that I thought maybe she had been poisoned, possibly like secondary poisoning. Maybe a neighbor was using some sort of poison for rats, and then a rat that, you know, wouldn't die in like a couple hours. They usually die in like 72 hours or just over a day. They might be able to walk off poison inside them. And then animals typically get secondary poisoning by eating the rat that had eaten poison. It's very common with birds of prey. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened with a crocodilian. Another possibility is maybe, you know, crop dusting from the local farm fields, because I live out in the sticks. Maybe that's what caused this animal to get a little neurological. Or I was thinking maybe cane toad, but I kind of like struck that off or blew it off, because this is a South American animal where cane toads are native. And technically, if you look it up, the not just spectacle caiman, Yukari caiman, but the beautiful broad snout caiman are supposed to be able to eat cane toads and take in the bufotoxin. So I don't think it's a cane toad. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Here, you want to come under the rope? I'm not really sure what's going on. I got my buddy Alex filming right now. I was giving him and his family a tour the other day. And like I said, this broad snout caiman went from acting really neurological to acting normal a couple hours later. And then when I did the tour, you know, just yesterday, a couple days after the first time I saw this, she was starting to act neurological again. So I thought it was over, and she's right back to acting a little weird. She might act normal right now, but it doesn't matter. It's popped up 2 times now, and I don't want to take the risk. Luckily, my buddy Alex brought over another buddy of his named Matt, and he was nice enough to recommend his job where they actually work with exotics, crocodilians specifically. And my vet's really great for otters and all kinds of stuff, but I want to take this animal to somebody who's dealt with crocodilians before, just to really make sure that we can get it done. And I'm probably gonna try to lure her over with food. She always likes food. Guys, I'll be real with you, like, I'm stressed out. Like, I've had this animal since I got my license. So I've had her for probably like around 6+ years, maybe 7 years or so. I gotta look back at the dates. I'm pretty sure I got her like in 2018 or something like that. But she means the world to me, so I really, really, really hope that she's gonna make it through this, because she was acting like she was gonna die the other day. So I'm just gonna wet this towel so it's ready to go. I'm gonna try to lure her out with some food, because she's still willing to come out for food. And I don't know if she's gonna exhibit this behavior again, but it was really bad the other day. Like, she's walking, she's trying to jump up for food, and she's like, she has like no equilibrium. And you guys know how much my animals mean to me, so this is absolutely stressing me out right now. Bridget. So we're gonna take her for an x-ray and do blood tests to see what's going on. The main thing I'm thinking is like poisoning. When I was younger, I watched a documentary on Indian gharial that were getting secondary poisoning from fish in the river in the Ganges. They're getting gout, so their joints were locking up. They're seizing, like she was acting. And they're drowning in the water. So I started to think about that documentary from back in the day. Like, oh, maybe she ate something with poison, and now her legs are starting to lock up on her and her joints. Maybe she's getting gout. So hopefully this blood test today will tell us something. I feel like she's struggling right now to even come out of the water. She was on the edge of the water when we first walked over. She went in, and now she's underneath the surface. Bridget, see, this is what's stressing me out. Normally she would have jumped down, chased us around. Hey, Mama. See, look, she's not acting normal. See, she just popped her head up. I think she's struggling to get out of the water, honestly. She was out of the water when we first walked up, but now she's struggling to move around, I think.
It's like her buoyancy is
There we go. Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama. Please, come on. Come on, Bridget. Now, I don't want her to eat, because just in case she goes under anesthesia, she can't have food inside of her. Want some food? She's really smart. She's probably gonna figure out that I'm trying to get her right now. Come on, mama. But notice she's not walking normal. Like, in a normal situation, this caiman would plow me down, and look, she's actually twitching in the head right now. There's something neurological going on. You know, this is one of the first crocodilians I got with my license. Don't eat food, come on. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Come on, Bridget. Oh, like little bursts of energy like that, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but she's like wobbling her head right now, so it's definitely something neuro. It has to be some sort of poisoning. I hope we get an answer today, but first we got to get her out of here so we can get to her appointment.
Did she swallow it that fast, or?
Well, she should come to the surface to swallow, but if it's small, they might swallow it in the water. All crocodilians are supposed to like get above the surface to eat.
How likely is it if she just dropped it?
Not likely. She's a pig. Come on, Bridget. See, look, she's twitching her head right now. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. She's definitely not moving how she normally moves. No, no, don't look at me. See, she has a little bit of jaw pressure, but she doesn't have nearly as much jaw pressure as she should have. Come on. Come on, Bridget. No, 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 no. Ah! Come on, Bridget. Come on, Bridget. Come on, Bridget. Oh my goodness, little bastard. Mama, come on. All right, we got plan B, which is scoop the crocodilian to the side. Alex, you want to come on this side and flush her upwards, and I'll get ready to grab her. Just keep it as taut as you can once she comes up, so I don't push down and she like gets out of my grip and bites me. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Oh, shit. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Wrap her up in the towel. Good. Get up, get up. We got her. Whew. Thanks, Alex. You know, this animal's usually super powerful, full of energy. Still is, even when sick. But she's nowhere near, you can leave it, she's nowhere near where she should be right now. It's really upsetting. This is literally one of the first crocodilians that I've ever gotten with my permits. And the last thing I want for her is to be in bad health. I mean, look how beautiful she is. I've had her since she was the size of a gecko. I'll throw a photo in right now. I love this animal. One of the first animals I got with my permits. But Bridget, we're gonna hope that she's okay. We're gonna get her to the vet right now so we make the appointment. I got tape in my pocket, a little bit of electric tape to secure the jaws. And we're gonna transport her in a big tote in the truck. And I'm just praying that we're not gonna have a big dramatic day and she's actually gonna be okay. We'll see. She still has energy. It's not over. It's not like super, super bad, but it's absolutely terrifying to see the way she was acting yesterday. It's super upsetting. I treat these animals like my kids, and I do everything for them. I put all my money into these animals. I moved to the middle of nowhere just to have nice enclosures for my crocodilians. So this animal means a lot to me. You know, it's not just for videos and stuff like that. Even if I didn't do YouTube, I'd be completely obsessed with these animals and I devote my life to them. So I'm gonna I'm really hoping that she's gonna be okay. She's like 4+ feet now. Cayman laterostris from Brazil and Argentina. See, she's like kind of wobbly. You can kind of see it. We'll film more when we get to the vet. We're gonna have to do blood draws and x-ray. So let's see how it goes. You see, guys? She's like wobbly. So I'm thinking neuro from poisoning. I don't think it's blunt trauma. Sometimes crocodilians, when they get into fights, I've seen caiman get into fights, and they get like their equilibrium thrown off when they get whacked in the head by another caiman, and they'll be all wobbly like this and not be able to balance out. But she hasn't been injured. She has no injuries on her. So I think it's something in food, maybe like an animal, like a rat came in here with poisoning inside it and didn't die yet and she ate it, or maybe crop dusting from the local farms. I know that when crop dusters are going over the fields, that beehives die. I know that it affects all the animals, so who knows? Maybe maybe it's affecting her in that way. So let's go load her up into the truck and see what happens. Like nothing looks like this. All right, we got an hour drive up to Melbourne. She's just gonna be in this tote taped up so she doesn't bite the veterinary staff. So I don't get charged extra for their medical bill. And I'm gonna go change my shirt real quick. I'll see you guys at the vet's office.
Yeah, no, we wanted it that when Matt and I were here. All right, sweet. All right, perfect, thank you.
Hey, baby girl.
It's okay, Mama.
So let's head this way.
You gonna do it through the tail?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Lateral tail vein.
It's okay, Mama.
Sorry, baby girl.
How much blood do you need to do all the testing?
We don't need a lot. If we can get an ml or so, we can do the basics.
It's okay, Mama.
How big do these guys get?
The male's gonna actually get like 7-8 feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is a female. She's not gonna get nearly as big. That's why she doesn't like become a monster. So we just got some blood samples and they're gonna test them. And I guess in the next 24 hours, we're gonna know what's going on with the blood. I can only think of poison. This could be the only thing that would make this animal act like that. Because there's no blunt trauma to make her get all off balance with her equilibrium like she was doing yesterday. So I'm assuming it has to be like secondary poisoning or maybe direct poisoning from planes flying over in the fields, dropping pesticide or whatever for the crops. There's nothing I can do to control that, which is just like the crappiest part about this. So we're gonna try and figure this out. We'll probably do an x-ray too, but she's gonna go grab a heat pad so we can warm up this crocodilian and actually make it easier to extract blood, because she's just not, it's hard to get blood from a reptile, let alone a crocodilian. So seems like she's doing right though. I mean, look at her, she looks healthy. She's a thick, beautiful broad snout caiman. She's got something going on with her. I don't realize how big my crocodilians are getting until I handle them. When I see them in the enclosure on the floor, to me they look like they're 3 feet long. And then when I pick them up, I'm like, holy shit, you've grown a lot. Sorry, Mama.
All right, I'm gonna leave her with you for a minute, find out, run that in-house test that we can run, and then we'll come back in. Just if you need anything, just open that door and grab some.
Since we caught her in the morning before the sun came up, she wasn't able to heat up and charge up, so her blood is real cool and it's not pumping super fast. It's not easy to extract. They brought out what they call a bear hugger. I've never seen one of these before, and my buddy Alex, who's a vet tech, was telling me that this is used for patients that are coming out of anesthesia that can't maintain their own body temp. So basically this is heating up with warm air and she's sitting on top of it. And it's not like scorching hot, so I'm not worried about her overheating it right now. But basically we're just getting her a little bit toastier so it's easier to extract blood and do more samples for testing. Now, she's doing good right now, I'm holding her in place, but her behavior is scary. Like it's, you know, imagine you're seeing your kid not acting normal, like not able to walk around properly. It's super upsetting. So I'm really hoping that there's a solution here, because if it's poison, it could be detrimental to her health. You know, she could have organ failure, she could have gout in the joints. If we didn't do something about this soon, there's a possibility she could have just drowned her pond, not being able to swim out. She was struggling to keep her head up when we were capturing her. So stuff like this, you have to act on it quick. I love crocodilians, not just because they're my favorite animals, but they're also almost indestructible. So on the rare occasion something like this happens, and it's like, oh my God, my dinosaur is sick. You wouldn't think that would happen, but even these guys will have issues, neurological, poisoning, stuff like that. Poisoning is one of the biggest parts of certain crocodilians in the wild going extinct, like Chinese alligators, Indian gharial, getting secondary poisoning from pollution rivers. I got my buddy Alex, AK Panda, in town, vet tech, and he's helping me handle her for the x-ray. Next up on the docket is getting an x-ray for Bridget. We want to look for foreign objects in her stomach, just in case she swallowed some sort of metal. Big issue with zoo exhibits around the world is people tossing coins and metal thermoses, things like that, into exhibits, and then the crocodilians are so reactive they eat them. A big issue with trying to get a good x-ray on a crocodilian is the osteoderms on their back, which are bones underneath the skin for armor. So actually, when you get an x-ray of this crocodilian, it's good to get a side profile shot so you can see past those bones on the back. But the issue with caiman, especially a broad snout caiman, is they have extra bones going down the sides, unlike American alligators. You can see as we look into the x-ray, we're also going to be looking for things like gout buildup in the joints and ligaments. All right, guys, we got her back inside the main room. We're getting her toasty. Just put some wrap on her eyes to keep her nice and calm. Crocodilians, if you cover their eyes, it's the best way to keep them calm without having to put them under anesthesia. So we're gonna let her cook for a little bit, get that blood flowing so we can get a sample again.
You'll hear it right now. It'll start going. Don't.
So we're gonna listen to the blood pressure and the heartbeat. With this machine I've never seen called a Doppler. How cool is that? The hard part is crocodilians can slow their heart rate down to 4 beats in 1 hour.
Yeah,
So that makes this fun.
Yeah.
Tortoises.
Your superpowers don't help right now, Bridget. Now that she's nice and toasty, we can actually extract a good amount of blood from her so we can do multiple tests for different things. Reptiles are ectothermic, so they rely on their surrounding environment for energy, which means they are the surrounding environment's temperature. So if she's cool, her blood's cool, and it makes it harder to extract.
She looked pretty decent on her x-ray. And then she's got like one clump in her, like back here, which I guess could be a stone, but it might just be a little bit of poo.
Yeah, they eat stone, so if it looks like a rock, then
It could be that.
it could just be a rock.
Over an actual rock.
Now we're doing a sonogram on her. We want to check out her reproductive organs to see if they're developing properly, or to see if there's any kind of masses or buildups. In the past, I've had a lizard get ovarian cancer and she had to be put down, so it's always good to check the reproductive organs. All right, we're gonna bring her back up on the heating area so she can get toasty again. You want her face, it doesn't matter, we have to get both ends, right?
Yeah, we'll do the tail stuff.
So, at least she has some energy. That's good. So, something that Matt brought up is that's signs of potential Nile virus. And we're talking about like, oh, can crocodilians get Nile virus? Or get West Nile virus. West Nile virus, I've heard about it at gator farms growing up. And I remember one guy that I'm friends with, they were injecting the baby alligators and saying it was for West Nile. I didn't think much of it because not a lot of facilities really talk about stuff like this. And when we started to do the research, Alex started to read and find out that all the symptoms being shown are the same with West Nile virus. So potentially this animal could be dying from a mosquito bite, believe it or not. Ancient reptile being affected by a little tiny insect. And unfortunately, after the animal already has contracted the virus, these crocodilians typically die. And we're looking at all these different research projects that had happened, and most of the crocodilians decline in health and die. Now, I look at my animals every day. That's a super important part of keeping wildlife, whether you keep big cats, ball pythons, lizards, crocodiles, anything like that. I look at them every day. I see how they're doing. I call them up to the fence, see how their behavior is. And I caught this super early. I literally caught this a couple of days ago. If it keeps going on, they start to get lesions on their skin. It's like they're melting, super neurological, and they eventually pass away. So we're catching this super early, but unfortunately, there's like little to no cure for this animal. It's either she's gonna fight it off and potentially survive, which is not really a high chance, or she's just gonna decline in health and unfortunately pass away. So it sucks. So we're gonna have to get a cloacal swab. We're gonna have to get a swab inside the cloaca. It's where the sexual organs are hidden. That's where they reproduce, lay eggs, go to the bathroom. We have to get a deep swab from the cloaca, then get an oral swab from inside the mouth. So we're gonna have to get her on a bite block, tape her up, get the swab, and good friend Matt, he's making calls to Cornell University so we can get these swabs tested immediately to know for sure if it's West Nile or if it's something else. If it's West Nile, then this could be a death sentence for her. So I'm gonna have to set her up inside and put her in shallow water and watch her. So Matt's getting a cloacal swab right now, and next we're gonna do oral down the throat. And will this be used for testing for West Nile, or is it gonna be for something else?
One of the things had it on it. We're just gonna, but it's not gonna be used at all right now.
Okay,
But you know,
just to have it while we're here.
while she's here, exactly.
So she doesn't.
Worst case scenario, we just chuck it.
Gotcha.
Doing 2 for cloacal, 2 for.
Might as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Just to be safe.
Knowing our luck, if we didn't, they'd be like, oh,
I need
you actually might have this weird thing that you need a swab for.
Don't you have to sniff it before you put it in there?
You have to actually lick it. You didn't know that? They do that in the back because they don't want to gross you.
So now we're gonna untape her and put a little bite block in her mouth so they can get a nice oral swab. Even though she's not feeling great and she doesn't have over energy, this is pound for pound one of the strongest crocodilians in the world of croc, skaters, caiman. Definitely one of the strongest crocodilians pound for pound on the property. Rub the sides without putting it directly in the mouth. Like angle it. There you go. Yeah. Beautiful. Just to get her to open her mouth enough. I'm not sure if she will open her mouth enough, honestly. I can pull her mouth down. See how I'm doing it? There you go. You ready? There you go.
All of this you take.
Got it? She's fine. There we go. I'll support holding the jaw so she can't get off of it. There we go. Whew. She bit me once when she was only a foot long. It split my whole thumb open. You can see the scar right there. So I'm definitely not trying to take the risk of a bite now. She'd rip part of your hand off. And now he can enter from the corner of the mouth and get an oral swab. I'm gonna cover her eyes so she's not stressing out. Just like blinders on a horse, this is the easiest way to get him to chill out. And she's probably gonna feel a little uncomfortable. He's gonna have to go a little deep past the palatal valve, their glottis. It keeps the water from flowing into their lungs when they bite underneath the surface of the water.
Is this bad?
That's perfect. Thanks,
There you go. And you guys can see right there, he's getting deep in there, getting that swab.
One more for good measure.
Is this not the most beautiful crocodilian out there in the world? Like top tier coloration, like no other animal.
And pattern and stuff.
Like the only thing that could maybe compete is like a really pretty Cuban croc or a really pretty saltwater croc. Like the broad snouts take the cake for being one of the prettiest and unique crocodilians in the world of reptiles. There we go.
This tooth up front here is broken right there, I guess.
Yeah, that's okay. A little shit out.
Yeah.
Crocodilians will go through about thousands of teeth in a lifetime, so that tooth breaks off, there's another one right under it, ready to replace it. It's kind of like a cup dispenser on a water dispenser for an office.
Alright, guys, you got them all?
Ready to-
Good?
Yeah, okay, so you want to give me the
You tell me when you're good.
I got the eyes, so you untape,
All of this for it.
and then I'll just secure the jaws again after you're done, and we'll retape. They're like an overpowered salamander. Big broad head, nice colors. Little twist won't hurt. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I love you, Bridget. I'm sorry that you're going through this.
Tell me when.
All right, you are good.
Good?
Yep, you're good. Are we good on everything? We can put her back? Okay.
You ready, guys?
So they're gonna send out for testing. We're gonna find out some of the results tomorrow. And then for the West Nile, what is that gonna take, like a week?
Ish. That could be, I'd say, anywhere from 7 to 10 days.
7 to 10 days. So it's like we're trying to throw the whole kitchen sink at it. We're trying to test for everything. Unfortunately, with the West Nile virus, it could potentially come back as negative. It's actually positive.
Are these?
You know, there's no.
In there.
It's better to test than to not do anything at all. I'd like to have an answer on whether or not it's West Nile, but all the research we've been doing, like, it makes the most sense. That or potentially a poisoning. So we're gonna find out once these blood tests come through, and once this test goes through for West Nile virus. For now, we're gonna get her home, put her in a big, shallow water trough in the garage, heat over it, but I'm gonna make it just deep enough where she can stay hydrated, but not deep enough where if she goes neuro again, she drowns and dies in the water. I can't risk putting her back in that exhibit. So for now, we're gonna have to monitor over her in the garage, the office area, and we're just gonna get her home for now. All right, guys, I got back home. I'm gonna take her out of this little holding container. She probably got her energy back. Yeah, she's got a little energy. It's okay. She could very well just be in the early stages of West Nile. Early stages for West Nile are these symptoms where they're neurological, they appear to be poisoned, and if it continues, and it is West Nile, she'll have lesions and whatnot growing on her skin and ruining her skin quality. So scientists found out by studying the crocodile farms, because the skin trade was being affected by this West Nile virus. So because of the skin trade and the money that's in it, research was done to see how they could mitigate it, how it happens, how they can stop it. In Australia, there is a vaccine that they have, and I don't know if it's available in America. I'm gonna try to look into it. But basically, you have to give it to the animal before they get it. It's not gonna work if you give it to them after they've already contracted it. So I gotta wait for my blood test to come in tomorrow for her. And then in like a week, I get the potential test for West Nile. I say potential because potentially it could come back negative and it's actually positive. So it's not even a for sure test. And even if she is positive for it, there's nothing I can do about it. I just want answers to know what's happening with her and how I can mitigate something like this in the future with another animal. So I got to keep her in this shallow tub right here just in case she starts to become neuro again. She might seize up and she could drown in the water. That was the big issue with the Indian gharial getting gout, getting secondary poisoning from fish in the Ganges because they were getting gout, they couldn't swim, they were seizing, and they drowned. And people actually have footage of them drowning in the water. So let's get her untaped and let's let her relax, and hopefully she makes a recovery. Hopefully it's not West Nile, because if it's West Nile, it's not good. Super disappointing video. I don't have answers for you guys right now. All I know is I'm going to keep her in a spot where she can't drown, basically, and make sure she's going to be okay. If I put her back in her enclosure, I saw the way she was when I was capturing her. If it gets worse, it's very well that she could just drown in her enclosure and I find her belly up bloated or something. So I don't want that to happen. She's my baby. She might want to kill me, but I love these animals like they're my dogs, especially the ones that I've had forever. I love her so much. She doesn't love me too much. Let's put her in here so she's not losing her mind. I'm gonna try to do this as safe as possible by just taking the tape off like this. There we go. She's free. She wants to annihilate somebody, she can. But the good thing is she's full of energy. The water's a little bit higher than I wanted it to be. I mean, it's only like 3 inches, but it's way better than being in this kind of tub full of water. So she should be all right. If anything, I'm gonna drain out some of the water later. She has a little platform she can bask on. I'll put a heat lamp on this later. That's the current situation with Bridget the broad snout caiman. Hopefully she's gonna do all right. Guys, comment below how much you love this animal. I love her with all my heart. You know, I really do. Pray for Bridget the broad snout. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, follow your dreams. Take good care of your animals. Make sure you stay on top of them. Only reason I caught this is because I check on my animals basically every day. And if I'm out of town, I'm paying somebody to check my animals every single day, twice a day. Might be a reptile, but doesn't mean they're invincible. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Don't you have to sniff it before you put it in there?
You have to actually lick it. You didn't know that? They do that in the back because they don't want to gross you out.
That's why you guys like on the back.